speaking about marination, Gachiakuta. Man,
Ooh,
I felt
what
absolutely
a
embarrassed.
series. Ooh,
Yeah, absolutely.
embarrassed.
Well, last recording, I haven't put anything out. Like, I mean, since October, we've
What do
been
you mean? The viewers have been watching all this
nope,
time.
nope. We haven't.
This
I
all
haven't.
came out at once. Uh,
It's all gonna come out once. I'm putting it out day after day after day. I haven't put out anything since the shutdown. Just it's been
mhm.
rough. It's gone through a lot. I'm like, okay, I'll do this eventually, but I haven't put anything out. But the last recording, I was going through it, and I'm just like, yo, this is really embarrassing part because I'm just like, yeah, and then the manga artist, yeah, I don't know about his work, and Charles was like, bro, I think it's a girl, isn't it? And I was like, no, I don't
But
know.
that's you, man. That's beautiful. That's actual reasoning with a foolish comment. But that's real. That's
Yeah,
who we
I was
are.
I
We
was
don't
so
fake it.
embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm gonna cut that shit out. I'm not gonna put that in there. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I fumbled, but all that to say, like, yeah, that's one thing I got to get really. I want to get a lot better at. I want to get a lot better at the names. But
Hmm.
K. I wanted to open up with yes, K Urana is the artist behind Gachiakuta. She is a girl. She's a girl. So my bad. I did a little bit of research. I had seen a snapshot interview of her and this other guy. So I just my sexist ass assumed it was dude. I was like, oh yeah, dude. And he's like, yeah, the manga drawings. Haha. And I was like, yeah, he's the artist. That's Kate Rana. Like, no, it's not. He does the graffiti thing, and then she's doing like everything else. But like he's like the backup artist. But Kate Rana, she's the one that's the legacy. She worked under the dude who did Fire Force and Soul Eater. She's the
And
girl.
it
She's
shows.
she's the
It
one.
shows. This
Her.
is one of those series that I 100% can put. I don't care how hard it's gonna work, but I can probably put this in the top 10.
Ooh,
I could probably put this in
wow.
the top 10. It,
Top
as
10 of
it's
all
boiling
time?
through,
That's gonna be hard for me to do, but
at least
I
top 10 this year.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I'll put it in the top three of this year.
Ye- mm, mm,
I could put it in the
mm,
top three of this year.
mm.
But
You know,
top 10,
way better than Hell's Paradise. Way better.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way better than Hell's Paradise. Though I will say, um the opening tracks, pretty close.
Mm,
Pretty close.
mm.
I really but Hell's Paradise I think got the opening tracks. That opening track. Bam,
Mm.
bam, bam, bam,
You're right. Yeah,
bam,
yeah. That is what kills me.
yeah,
You had
Hell's
such a
Paradise,
great
that
opening
opening
track, and
track
then you
is
kill me with the story.
absolute, absolutely amazing. But yeah, as an anime, story-wise, character-wise, I mean, there's so much stuff to do. Like, I'm kind of upset that we couldn't do this one episode by episode because there's so much to talk about. There's so many characters and they give them so much credit. Like usually you're watching an anime and you have the main character who is the headstrong guy, the one like the one that's strong heart, strong persistence, strong instincts, crazy backstory, dark past, trying to
The
overcome
Sasuke of the group.
something. But like in this anime, all those attributes are associated with different people.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
so good.
Each character I feel is a main character. I
Yeah.
could say that for a lot of series, like, oh yeah, that's the main cast. No, I feel like each character, the boss, the girl with the glasses, like you could have a whole series with each of them. Even the
Mm.
kids.
Yeah.
Dear, dear boy, just punching. What are you doing, those
Dear.
little fists? What do you? What's going on here? You mean you're making
Yeah.
holes with
I'm ex
just your fist? Okay.
yeah, I'm so excited to dive into everybody's backstory, like you said, including the villains. Like it's just everybody's so interesting, and they've done such a good job. It's like going going out with an expert conversationalist, which is like, there's one. there's a person who's like too closed off, doesn't want to share too much. It's like, oh, okay. And there's person who shares everything. You're like, all right, that's kind of cool. Like, this kind of wild, this kind of cool. But overall, I get the spirit. And you get the spirit of the person who's quiet if you run in those circles. Like, if you're like, I think I'm born introvert, so I'm like I can. I understand people who are just not very comfortable in social settings. So I'm like, yeah, no, no, I see you, bro. I see you.
I did pull you out the night.
Yeah, 100%. Still doing it.
I'm so
But
sorry about that.
shame on you, bro. How dare you? But
Sorry.
but there's something like the expert conversationalist, the person who gives you just enough to make you curious enough to be like you already know what the next line is going to be. You already know. He already knows what the next line, or
Calm
she
down,
already
Joseph
knows. And
Joestar.
yeah, yeah, they already know what the
Next, you'll
next line is going
say.
to be like. Oh yeah, this reminds you of a time, and yeah, when this happened over here, this guy when we went out to Carajo land, and like this one
Mhm.
lady like slipped on ice, and you're just like, the follow. That's it, and you know what the follow was gonna. Wait, what happened with the lady? Wait, what? What's Carajo land? Like it's just like an expert. Like everything that's laid out in this anime series feels like that. It's like that cliffhanger moment, and not cliffhanger in the sense of stereotypical storytelling of like what's gonna happen next time on Dragon Ball Z. Not a knock on Dragon Ball Z. You know, kill me in the comments. But more so to say, it's very expertly layered as to
Yes.
understanding all the different aspects of the world through understanding all these different characters by introducing them little by little, and not in a way that's overwhelming, not in like the Silmarillion in Lord of the Rings, the series, the Hobbit, the
Yeah.
series, like the guy
Yeah.
who wrote all those. He wrote the Silmarillion, which is like a prequel to all that, and then he goes into detail about, oh, there's these 15 characters, and each of those 15 characters have these two other characters, and all of those guys have two different names, and this is the history of everything. You're just like, okay, okay, man, like I'm gonna have to. For someone like me, it's overwhelming because I'm terrible with names. Like one or two or three is like hard. So it's like you hit me with 15, but they actually have two extra, so like there's 30 and plus the 15, and then I gotta memorize the two different names, so when someone mentions
They're
this I gotta go back
they're
to chapter one to
the
reference. So it's overwhelming, but
it's like
this
they're
one,
the rice cooker when it comes to anime. You know, it's gonna be quick, but it's gonna slow cook you the right way.
yeah, it's so well done. It's so the way that they introduce all these concepts, all these characters, all these the motives behind everybody. The like you're just starting to touch on some of the backstories. You're just starting to understand the way of the world, and it's just so well done. I'm so impressed. I'm utterly impressed with the series overall, and maybe we'll have to go back and do an episode by episode because there's just so much here that I really want to dive into. But I'm just overall just to say like this is one of the first times in a long time that I've seen a new series, and I'm just like, yo.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
recommending this to everybody. Like,
Hmm.
not since Cyberpunk have I been like, yo,
Ooh,
y'all have
I
to
I
watch.
would put it there with Cyberpunk. You're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So far as the series sits, I like it as much as Cyberpunk. Well, maybe not as much because Cyberpunk I could rewatch,
Yeah,
no issues. This
yeah,
one will have some heartstring pulls
yeah.
at certain parts, but actually Cyberpunk did too. So, hmm, hmm.
I would put it, I don't think it's fair to compare Cyberpunk to this because it's such a condensed and such a focused
Well,
series.
I want to say Cyberpunk introduced a whole new genre, a whole new thing,
Mm,
a whole new, world building. And so
yeah,
did this. This
yeah,
did
that's very
include
true.
a whole new power system. We're not doing magic. We're not doing key. We're doing trash.
Yeah, yeah,
We're doing abolish systems. We're doing like in a whole different world within the same world underneath that world.
yeah,
Wild.
yeah. Yeah, man. You're right. You're right. It does explore a whole new world, the same way that Cyberpunk explored a whole new world. I didn't think about it that way when I brought up the reference. I didn't think about comparing it in that way.
Because
But
you see a lot of animes like, oh, you start from like the slums and this and that. We started from the high priority or civilization where even where Rudo was at, he was still seen as like, oh, you're nothing around us, and they were in the low end.
mm,
So for that to be not even the bottom of the barrel lifestyle, and he
yeah,
goes to the actual bottom is like crazy. Where those people who have been born there know nothing about it.
mm.
There's nothing more they know.
Yeah, it's almost like they assume that everybody that comes from the sphere is like the high class nobility, the society that Rudo's like definitely not a part of. But they
Well,
have
they
that
call them a
perspective.
different species.
Yeah,
Remember?
because yeah, they're wow,
Yeah,
wow. But
like, oh,
because
you're a spherite.
you're on the outside looking in, that it was so I really like that one part where the other people on the ground like they kidnapped him and they locked him up and they gave him all the trash, try to feed it down his throat, and he
Mm-hmm.
starts eating it. He's like, "Yo, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is delicious." He's like, "I'm tired of people looking for reasons to treat other people like garbage."
A
I
lot of
thought that
people
was
say this in a lot
yeah.
of different, times. I'm built different. Rudo is built different.
Mm. And I thought it was so great because it's like it's so easy for your let's say your
Oof,
like right now immigration
oof.
system in
I
America.
almost forgot to include the big
Mm.
thing that we're missing here. What
Oh,
happened after where we left off?
oh wait, but hold on.
Oof.
Let me
Yeah, no, I
let me
know.
finish
I
this
just
one
want to
point real
say,
fast, and then don't lose that train of thought. I
oh,
want
I'm
to touch
not.
because like I said, there's just too much stuff to talk
No,
about.
it connects to where we are right now. So,
Okay. But there's when people look at like the immigration system, they're like, oh, look at all these others. There's all these others that are coming to the country and they're taking our jobs. And they're assuming
mhm.
that not only are they taking their job, but they're criminals and they're raping our women and eating our dogs and stuff like that. But it's like, no, it's just it's Consuela down the street, like who's watching your kids, who you trust to watch your kids more than you trust the kindergarten to teach your kids. It's this dude over here who's painting your fence. It's this guy who's patching up your wall that you don't. And I'm all I'm shotgun stereotyping across the board. Hispanic stereotypes of like cheap manual labor or childcare labor.
You
But
mean
there's a bunch of
Manuel?
other stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff there too. But it's like there's some
Manuel
people.
labor.
Yeah,
His name's Manuel, not
well,
Manuel.
labor. But there's a lot of assumptions that are made. All these people are bad guys, or all these people are good guys.
Hmm.
Neither is true. Like no,
People
there's
are
a
people,
bunch of
and that's
different
what.
varieties
Yeah,
all in between,
but
and
this is
even
why I wanted to key
even
in this point.
okay,
Um,
even well, I'll say one last thing. Even
mhm,
Rudo, who came from that place, who grew up with this person, who he thought this her moral character. This is why I like this person. The only person besides Recto that gave me any kind of. And then when it came to one critical moment, she cast him off. So like,
mhm,
you could live your whole life with somebody and think they're one person and then they turn around to be another person. So who are you look from the outside looking in to judge everybody in this one group as one thing when if you grew up side by side with them, even with the superpowers that you think you have of being able to discern good from bad, you wouldn't be able to see that coming. I
this is
want
true.
one person, one person look at episode one, two, three, and tell me that oh, girl from the jump was was
Yeah,
capable of that, of capable of just discarding the stuff that Rudo was willing to give to her. Like you can't, and so like this everything is so complex and human life, society, people in general, so complex. No, not any one person is any one thing, and
mhm.
this does a great job of doing that. And that's not even the
And
main point of
more,
the story. Yeah.
and
So
more.
my
And
bad.
here's
That
where I
was
want to pitch in because that's perfect spot. When they defeated or went to like they blew out that combing her hair girl, and she's out there in the sky. And
Mm.
what happens? Holy shit.
Yeah.
It is a different being. Could be an angel, could be a devil. We don't know.
Yeah.
All we know,
Mm.
eradicated her.
Mm.
And that right there tells us one very important thing. Humans are going to try to connect to a social system to survive or control each other. Humans are going to fight each other and do what they can for power or justice. Um, but above all that, there's always the unknown, the
Mm.
reason that you feel like you can talk to yourself outside and no one's around you, but you feel like someone's listening because something's there, um, but you don't know what it is.
Mm.
It's the upper, how can I say this, that thing you don't know about but
Yeah.
you have an instinct about. There's
Mm.
more to their world there. You got the spirites. Oh, they're these holy beings, this is that. To them they could be angels, to them they could be whatever type of things, aliens. But there is something else between those things
Mm.
that has nothing to do with the people from the ground or the people in the spherite, but just knows, hey, if you pass this spot, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's this. It's a very interesting thing.
It it it
What the first
it
thing I thought
opens
about when I
up
saw that thing?
so much more in their world of like, okay, what do you think is right and wrong if this thing didn't care?
Yeah. It's really cool because they indicate, like, I mean, when I saw that thing, I initially thought about Final Fantasy X Anima, where you're just like, wow, look at
Yes.
this like large
Yes. And
intimidating
that's a
creature with
great,
the
yeah,
yeah.
that's a great thing. Like, again, different dimensional things, creatures that exist that we, if we're covered by trash, maybe it won't notice us. That's what they,
Mm, yeah,
experimented and
maybe.
tested.
That's a
But
theory.
that's
That's a
that
theory.
that's just like something super interesting to know that, hey, life's not all about, oh, is this guy gonna take, my side or his side because, I had the best jawbreakers on the market. No,
Mhm.
you're just making your life about that when there's so much more to life, so many more things to explore, so many more things to understand, so many more things that we have zero knowledge on. Even here on
Mm.
our planet, where deep sea is scarier than space.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
know, but I'm learning more.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And that is a testament to Kei Rana. And it's not like I typically don't like looking behind the veil. I don't like associating like, oh, this person, this artist, and this is their accolades and blah blah blah. But the reason why I just thought it was so interesting because coincidentally we just happened to do Fire Force right before doing this. And we had no idea. And I was just like,
Mhm.
wow, that connection was just crazy to me. I was like, this is a insane coincidence. But besides that, I just want to give accolades to her for like how well this is put together because usually this is the normal trope anime takes. It's like, okay, the super interesting thing, these super interesting concepts, these super cool characters that I relate to. There's a conflict, and then we progress, and then at the tail end, there's this like
Mhm.
overwhelming conflict or this above and beyond thing that's going on that you didn't have any idea about that has nothing to do with anything that we had talked about before. So it kind of seems out of pocket. It's kind of random, and it's just like, yo, this is kind of out of place, but okay, I'll take it.
But
Naruto,
then,
the with aliens. Okay.
yes.
Attack on
But then they
Titan.
do that thing. They do that thing that I love so much in One Piece.
Mm.
They connect it.
One Piece I would argue is the exception. I think One Piece is the thing is a
No, no,
story
I meant
that.
I meant Gachiakuta. They
Oh
made a
yeah.
connection
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the
Because they're introducing these things before you even understand what's going on
exactly.
this level. You're getting
Hmm.
teased little bits here. Oh, the what series? huh, that's weird. Oh wait,
Watchmen series.
it
The
makes
hell? So
you,
there's
yeah.
three of them.
What's a
Okay,
Watchman?
that's
The Undertaker. What's that? And then oh, through this random little girl who's an artist who at the in
mind
the
you,
last
this
episode, the
this is what
field trip
got me. The
episode,
fact
we
that they've
find
been
out
there before and passed through it several times.
it's like, oh, you're a fan of the Undertaker. I didn't know that. But then that's connected to
You see
Bundes because
four
Bundes got that
different
little
things
piece,
right
and he's
next
like,
to it. I'm just like,
ah, the Undertaker. So it's like, oh wow, like there's these weird connections that like you don't really understand how it all meshes together, but you're getting teased little by little, and you know that the characters don't really understand how they connected together because they have all their individual things that they're trying
yes.
to accomplish. And then you even have commentary from other characters who are just like looking at people like Rudo, like Zonka looking at people like Rudo. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like he kind of seems insatiable. I don't know,
Mhm.
it's really all about revenge. But you know what? If he's only about revenge, I feel like that would be a waste. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, because there's so much to a character. There's so much to a story besides these one-dimensional planes that we define each other as. And so by them saying that in kind of a weird Deadpool, like breaking the fourth wall kind of way,
Hmm.
it's touching on all these things that we're already kind of thinking about
Yeah.
or moving in the direction of, oh wow, this is gonna be a greater mystery that we're gonna explore later on in the series. This is gonna be something that touches on the mystery of the sphere and the why the ground is separated from it and
Hmm.
this discernment between the two. It's just it's so much. It's so expertly done.
It makes me
I
forget that someone wrote this.
It make no, not only that,
I get fully immersed and I'm just like, holy shit, what am I, what
and
type
that's
of world am I in? And
work
this
that
is just the beginning? World building?
and then like you and then you got little snapshots. Like just the little
Hmm.
snapshots that are really cool. Where it's just like, oh wait, Jabber's a really cool character. And like he's an absolute insane person. And like this person is a really cool character. And he's really dedicated to overcoming this thing. We don't even know what the lady's name is. Zanka's rival, the genius. We don't even
Hmm.
know who the person's or I don't know their name, because I'm bad with names. I don't remember. But it's just like there's so many good things. We don't know Engine's backstory. We don't even know how old this dude is. We don't know the
Dude,
story behind his tattoos. We don't know why
but we
Bundes.
know so much that there's going to be so much more to them. Like,
Oh,
this isn't a series where just like, oh, I guess that's it. No, this is a series that I'm like, yo, give me 2 more hundred episodes of this. I really want to dive into this.
yes,
Give me
yes,
more. Like,
yeah,
I never thought I'd want a series that have so many episodes. I never thought I'd want a series that's like, oh, they're gonna drag this out. No, this you can do so much with because in just that one mural that they, saw, like the explanation of what art is, the explanation of, oh, where do
mm,
you see it? Oh, it's just a painting on the wall. Oh yeah, I thought you'd say that. Look up. And it's just like the little things
yeah,
that become such a big part of the story. The little things of like, how they get there, how they do things, how they go about like their life and what they experience that we can experience as in our world. Like it's just like there's so much more to life, so much more in this world that even manga readers, I'm pretty sure, are feeling the same way of like, yo, I gotta know more. This series
yeah,
cooking more than just cook. They're
yeah,
making a whole like, whew, what do you call it? Not an entree. No, 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 a buffet.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's so amazing. I love it. I mean, I don't even you know what? I say it's top three. I'll tell you this. Honestly, this is my favorite anime of the year.
Oh,
This is my favorite anime of the year.
okay.
I can't even think about other anime that have come out that even come close because this is it's not because it's so well done. Like there's definitely things that I could pick out like I don't like this part of it, I don't like that part of it, or I think this could have been done better. But there's just this is what I expect of
Story wise,
something
I
to
highly agree.
follow the
Like
legacy
this is
of everything that's
something
come
more
before.
than, yeah, more than what we've been getting in a long time. Like,
Hmm.
and yeah, like it doesn't feel like it's weigh in one side to another. Like,
Yeah.
you're not getting a whole, oh, it's gonna be a fan service time, or oh, it's gonna be a time where they're just gonna do nothing but dicking around and it's a ha ha moment. No, it's like it's all encompassing. It has that, natural progression plus a natural feel of like you understand why people are feeling that way. You understand why um his teacher was like going ballistic and thinking that he was going to take down Jabber. And then you see him on the floor. So you understand when he's in that medical room, like how pissed off he is at his own self, thinking, I,
Mm.
I'm not strong enough. Like you can feel that. You can
Yeah.
like
Especially because
immerse yourself in it and be like,
oh,
fuck.
and he's already been through that before, but now
hmm
he's going through it with stuff on the
And
line
they had Bankais because
besides
Jabber
his
had a
pride.
Bankai.
Right. I like how Bleach is making a comeback in a really big way. Like everyone's referring to Ultimate Moves as Bankai versus overdrives or limit breaks. It's like, all right.
Yeah, but
Respect.
come on. What else would you call Jabber's thing?
I don't know, second form, awakening. There's a bunch of things. It's crazy. You didn't even
You're
call it
right.
awakening. You're
Yeah.
One Piece's number one guy, and you're like you called it
Yeah.
Bankai. That's how
hmm
big of a comeback Bleach made from the
Because
weird.
it's not the same. It's not
Mm,
awakening and a Bankai is not
mm,
the same.
okay.
That's the thing. Like when you see Ichigo pull out his sword, put it straight, hold his arm and be like, yeah, you know what time it is.
No, that was
That
cool.
so-
That
that
is
number
really
one
cool.
song comes on, you're just like,
Yo, yeah, yeah. I don't.
this is
It's like,
this is
who
the dopest
who recruited the
MC,
Hercules ladies to sing this
the
song?
soulful
I
music in
wasn't
a
expecting
Japanese
that.
series,
If you wanna
hands
see some
down.
action, attraction. You're like,
Like there has been no better um
phew.
main character theme song. I don't think so.
Like
I'm a big One Piece fan, but
yeah, no,
that comes on, I'm like,
I
fuck
hated
yeah,
Bleach. I
fuck yeah.
hated Bleach. I stopped watching Bleach after I almost said Jabber after the Grimjaw fought Ichigo.
hmm
That's where I stopped. Not because anything bad
Understandable.
about
I
the fight.
understand.
It was a
They
great
even
fight.
said
I
it
was just
in the
like,
series. We're gonna cut
this is the
to
point.
fillers. So yeah, I
But
understand. I
but then
understand.
so like I've hated on it since then. I've picked it apart. I was like, wait, what happened? That kind of looks cool, but bump this. Every excuse I could to use, bump this series, bump this, bump this, bump this. And then they came out with the promo of the Thousand Year Blood War, and they
Mm.
used the song that like minute and a half intro, and came back. If you wanna see some action, I was just like, yo, and it came out with that one part, and it ended with Ichigo pointing the sword at the camera and going into Bankai mode, and like in slow motion, you're just like, yeah! And it was like, and it was cool. It was like, oh, this is what you're waiting for. That made me watch the first episode. I didn't give it anything else besides that, but
But
it
no,
made
that
me
that's
watch
what
the
I
first
mean.
episode.
Just that alone is just like,
Yeah,
god damn, god damn.
yeah, it's great what music and art can do. So to that
And
point,
this is why I state anime is better than manga. Sorry, hate me,
I
burn
support
me in the
it.
comics,
I support
comments
it.
or whatever. But you
See
know
us,
what? 50% of entertainment can be sound.
see us later for My Hero Academia review. Let's
Ooh.
do it. I support that statement. Anime is better than manga. You're just impatient, and but
Oh,
at the end of the
yes.
day, you're gonna watch the anime anyway. You're gonna watch
Mhm.
the anime.
Sometimes
Manga
the
readers, you're gonna
manga
watch the
doesn't have
anime.
what the
How many
anime
anime
has.
readers are gonna read the manga? Only if you're impatient. Only if you're impatient. That's the only benefit it has. I mean, no, that's mean. But I support anime is better than manga. I support it. I stand behind that flag. But yeah, this one's good. I don't think I've ever rode so hard for an anime before.
Yeah.
But since Cyberpunk, I honestly don't. I can't remember a time. I mean, no, before Cyberpunk, I could say, but like they're much older. Um, they're Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon, Yu Yu Hakusho, like those kind of
Well,
shows.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
full in
Absolutely.
between session. Um,
Absolutely. That I would be willing to do that one episode by episode. I don't care how old it
Hunter x
is.
Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter
Um,
for sure. Hunter x Hunter is one of the first ones in a long time that did what this one did with the individualizing characters. When I'm so
they said
focused
they
on
might be coming back soon. I'm excited.
Kurapika that I forgot that he's not even the main character. So
Shit, yeah.
yeah. I was like, York New City. Oh man. So, but all just to say, like, I love anime. Kei Urana, phenomenal job. I'll put my mistakes up. I'll post all these eventually. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.